you should consider that even or better because he beat you at a card game, a children's card game, and he basically owes you his life in multiple ways.
So you're discounting all the times that I stepped up to help him or sacrificed myself?
No,
he's counting.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So how is that even?
No. You should feel like you don't need to defeat me. It's this point. You've done so much for Yugi.
Yeah.
I'm like the scum on your shoe.
No, I think that I need to beat everybody. Why would I leave him off the list? I mean, that doesn't substitute defeating him, right? And if you really paid attention, you realize that I don't need to beat him because it's obvious I'm the best.
That's true, but then why did you build a holographic stadium and a version of him with perfectly pointed hair just to do that?
I'm sorry, but if you can answer this question, where does he get those cards from? That seem to come out of, like, his sleeve, right? I just think that he's got some other deck, like, you know, like those trick decks with, like, 5 aces and things like that. That's what I believe. So I had to build a hologram thing so that maybe I could keep the rules in check. So there's your answer.
Could Yugi contribute to this answer? Would this put that answer to this question?
I think it's just a matter of low self-esteem.
There you go.
I mean, why does he have to put all those big things in, ooh, Kaiba, you know, you're important, just, you know? I mean, what kind of narcissist puts his names on buildings everywhere and has to be the most important person in the world?
What's amazing
Wait a minute,
such
are we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh?
What's amazing is such a small little character uses such a big word like narcissist.
Yeah. I'm good with my height, or lack thereof.
All right, who's got another question for an anime character? Okay, great.
Anyone else?
Wow.
Any of the
You guys,
superheroes?
it's only Saturday afternoon. You guys should be so exhausted. Yeah.
All hungover? Is that what's going on?
This is for Kaiba.
It's
As much as you hate Joey Wheeler, how would you feel if you lost to him?
But that wouldn't happen.
But, I mean, 6 on everything and somehow wins all the cards.
But that wouldn't happen. I'm not even gonna like contemplate. Yeah. I mean, that Joey would beat me. Didn't you see my live duel against both Joey and Tristan at the same time? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all could be over there. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, everybody has an off night.
Yeah, not me. All right, just got another question for an anime. Yes.
Yes.
I got a question for Yugi. Are you even trying to beat Kaiba in a duel?
Am I even trying to beat Kaiba in a duel? Well, I've done it before, and I was told that you should always try to do your best in everything you do, but especially in duel monsters. So yeah, I tried to beat him, but not to tear him down.
So nice. Anyway. All right, who's got another question? That's freaking me out. It's still freaking me out. I don't know about you guys, but I have a clown phobia. And like that is just...
Eric, what are you pointing at? There's no clown in the movie.
Did you take your meds?
Yeah, no, that's what it was. The diazepam talking. All right, who's got another question for an anime character? Look,
Come on, this side.
I can't run the
Represent.
same-
What's up?
There, look, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, the clown's got a question.
Question for Brock from Pokemon. What kind of kitchen cutlery and hardware, particularly frying pans, would you recommend?
What's kind of interesting about frying pans is that they do come in all sizes, and the Teflon coated ones are the best. Hard to sign autographs on, but still the best to cook. Your rice balls or jelly donuts, whatever you like to fry. Still freaking me out. All right, question for anime characters. Now, do you guys know the many characters we play? You know,
I don't.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Because it doesn't always have to be, you know, Yugi and Kaiba. There's a lot of other stuff. All right, yes, in the back. Yeah, you. I'm looking at you. Yeah.
That's okay, that's okay.
All right, we'll come back around. It's not like anyone else has a question for us.
It is really just fun to look at this.
No. Look at an anime character.
So question for Ross. How many ladies have you hit on in the years?
How many ladies are there?
I have a question for James and Yugi both. Who uses more product in their hair?
Oh, that's easy. It's Jessie. Have you ever seen her cosplay with that crazy hair? Ask anyone who's done it, they know. That would be my answer.
Well, I'm not sure what hair product is, but I think the way that my hair naturally occurs might have something to do with a very imaginative illustrator.
Good question. All right. Oh, the vest, yes.
Question for Brock. What's your favorite pickup line?
The one that works. I'm sorry.
It's, hi, I'm Brock. It seems to never work, but yes, it's my favorite.
This is to Yugi and Kaiba. What kind of car would you like to afford one day? No limousines, Kaiba.
Did you see?
What kind of car?
No limousines.
So there's a car I can't afford? Really? No, I'm just saying.
You would have a fleet of cars.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would have every Batmobile ever invented. All of them.
And actually, I think for me, I would like a car that works. And I'll get that after I get my license.
Give it an answer. All right, who else has got a question for anybody? Anybody? Yeah.
What about James on there? You know, he just blasted off by Pikachu and everything, you know, like up in the air and everything. Did you have a parachute when you come back down or you never shot?
That's a great question. So, it's kind I mean, how many times do we blast off? It's so many times. But what's great is what you don't see is way in the distance is a big fluffy peanut. And we land so gently, and then Meowth lands on me, and then Jessie lands on me, and then it's not so pleasant. But in the beginning, it's so pleasant. Yeah. Who else has got one for us? Yes.
If you had to choose though, when it comes down for James, would you choose Jesse over NK or not?
As what, a partner in crime who can't capture Pikachu after 21 years? No. Yes, in the back. It's my job. We've been hired to do this, that's what we do. Not that I need the money, as you know, I come from a blue blood family. But yes, that's my job. So I'll keep trying to capture Pikachu. I don't know what we're doing with it when we capture it. I don't know, maybe cook it, I don't know. Whatever Giovanni wants, but there you go. Yes?
This is for Yugi. What would you say to someone who may need a little more confidence boost? Someone who may be in a similar spot that you were back before you met Yama?
That's a great question, because I think no matter who you are, there's going to be some time in your life where you feel pretty down, and maybe the reason why you feel down is because you don't know that you have what it takes to get past it, to get through it. Now, I was given a lot of great advice by my grandpa. Like, I could always believe in the heart of the cards. But I learned a lot of other things, too, like the power of friendship. And, you know, Pharaoh really helped me understand that very often, aggression can be a good thing if you don't go crazy with it. So, for anybody who's facing that kind of situation, I just recommended them to look at the people around you and look inside yourself. You'll probably find the answer.
One to grow on from Yuki. That was good. That was good. Okay, awesome. All right. Who's got another question?
This is called hesitantly asked an anime character.
Yes. You do realize that here in our anime conventions, we are a very accepting, cool bunch of people. So there should be no one that's afraid to ask us a question in this forum, because there's no silly questions. Trust me, we're doing silly voices for you.
Yes.
Mr. Kaiba, I know you live in a world where ancient Egyptian magic is real, but I do have to ask the question of how does your space elevator work? Because the science behind it doesn't make sense. For it to probably work, it needs to be at least 100 kilometers away from Earth, which is halfway to the moon, and it clearly wasn't that far. Not to mention your space station isn't aerodynamically in the form of a KC, so that would clearly burn up in orbit, and not to mention the only cable that's flexible enough to do a space elevator would be carbon nanotubes, and the only world record is 30 centimeters for that. So
What's interesting is, you don't have the money to pay the scientists that I do. So your facts are great if you're limited. I have the smartest people in the world working for me, except for the ones that, of course, make the cans of my soda. Right? So all of that stuff makes sense, but trust me, and look at all the things that I've had invented or I've invented myself are way beyond your petty normal science. So there you go. Yes?
I have a question for Yami. What did you think for like a life lesson you learned when you played Earth Calculus and Monster Soul?
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
What life lesson did you learn when you played Lord
Or
Calculus and
Monster.
What life lesson did you learn?
I learned to treasure the things you love the most.
There you go, Puzzle Shepherd.
Yes.
This is a question for Trudge from 5Ds.
There you go. What's up?
Whose dual runner was the coolest?
Well, dual runners, cool. Not sure those things go together. Which one was most effective? I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, you're asking me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like jacks.
Oh, do you?
I mean, it's just like a big circle, you know? The wheels break, you can just roll.
You know, that's a pretty good point.
I'm sorry, was that a whole card game with motorcycles?
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, obviously not something invented
I
by
mean, just
Kaiba
the
or-
whip. It was just hard, and then you lose them.
Yeah, like
And he's like, wait, excuse me, I've lost my deck over there.
Yeah, no.
It was hard, it was hard.
Yeah, you need both hands on it. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah.
Don't try.
It did look cool, though, you gotta admit.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah.
I have a question for Amana no Kyo.
Okay.
Where does that come from? You're nice one minute and then you're slaughtering people the next.
Well, the thing about Kyo, it's, now, bear with me just a moment. It's as though you're watching a character that has two aspects. And they're somewhat diametrically opposed. One has a more violent, vicious nature, and the other one's pretty nice. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that before, but that's basically the gist.
Good. Who hasn't asked a question yet? Come on, be brave. Well, yeah.
Question for Kaiba. Did the Kaiba employee actually get fired?
Everyone gets fired. Yes. And they're lined up to be hired. So I never run out of people. It's pretty good.
You in the back.
I have a question for Kaiba. Part of the cards, isn't it just stacking the deck?
Well, I think that's what I said before about where he's getting the cards from. Yeah. Well, I'll give him this. If that's what he needs to call upon, I don't judge someone else's connection to a higher being. If that's what he connects to, that's great. I just connect with myself and the rules of the game. And the cards in my briefcase. That's how it works. It's good. Yeah.
Knuckles.
Oh! What's up?
Who's better?
answer is obvious.
Sonic?
Yeah, that's true.
Superman, did you have a question?
Yes. Kaiba, if you could only keep one of them, and you got to pick between the two, to keep forever and ever, would you keep your Blue Eyes White Dragon or Obelisk the Tormentor?
Well, see, that's a tough question because one is about power, which is a stronger card, but then the other one is who's your loyal go-to card all the time. I'd have to say it's the Blue Eyes. I think of Blue Eyes as sort of my pet dog. You know, I'm a big animal guy. I like that sort of stuff. So I think it's sort of like man's
You got
best
a
friend.
weird pet dog.
I know. But I think I'd have to go with the Blue Eyes, even if it might not beat out anything I've used with Obelisk. It's just my go-to guy. Good question. But I can still beat you with it. Yeah, Kevin.
How much money did you pay Pegasus to create the Blue Eyes Support card so you had a chance to beat Yugi?
I didn't have to pay Pegasus money. I gave him more of that red wine he liked to drink. He's got a couple of cases of it. I have a vineyard in France and I shipped it to him.
I think he has a problem, actually.
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Yeah.
If there was a crossover between Kirby and Sonic, who would win, Knuckles or Meta Knight? Between your answers, who do you think?
Are you saying that you think Meta Knight would lose to anyone? Yeah, that's what she's saying, and she thinks it might be me.
Does Knuckles even have skills? What is a Knuckles?
Well, the Knuckles skill is kicking ass.
I have a sword.
Yeah, I can kick that too.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I am much sexier though.
Yeah, you don't win fights with sexy, pal.
You win the fight of love.
What's love?
Exactly.
Yes, good homework knowing those characters. All right, who else? Yes.
So I have a question for the magic card salesman.
Someone is really digging deep. Okay.
Sell me a magic card.
Well, it depends on how many magic cards you have. If you have one or two, you put them together, you might have four, but I give you a deal, you get three. Is that good? No? Yeah? I don't know I play the magic card salesman. Yeah. Oh God, that was just so un-PC. It was just ridiculous. Remember, I'm only told to do what I do, right? We need you to do this. Oh goodness, look at the drawing of that. Oh, really? Okay, great. Yes, okay, good question. All right, who's next? Yes? Anyone? No? You? Oh, Kaiba again. Oh, Leia.
I was wondering, Yugi, which one would you choose over Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl?
Well, I'm growing up, and Dark Magicians were totally cool, but I find Dark Magician Girl's very, she's got a good sense of humor. I like hanging out with her. So I guess my answer is I'm a little on the fence.
Yes. Okay, who's got one? Who has an answer? Yeah,
Another
okay.
okay.
Who would win in a fight of Dance Dance Revolution, Yugi or Kaiba?
Were you in Dance Dance Revolution?
Dance Dance Revolution?
You really?
Who would win?
But, oh, Yugi or Kaiba?
Yugi or Kaiba?
That's a tough one. Because I really don't like music.
And he's got no rhythm.
No. But I do have fantastic legs.
It's true. He bought those too.
There you go.
I think I would win by virtue of the fact that he wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's one contest he can let go.
That's right. All right, who else got a question for a character? Yes, Ash.
Instead of Yugi being your first top person to take down, who would be your second on the list?
You're asking me as Kaiba. Not as Brock. Just the cosplay confused me.
Who would be my second person? Well, first of all, who else? Well, I guess Pegasus, but I've already taken care of that. But who else would be a challenge? I mean, I would take great joy in like beating Bakura again and Joey again and all of that would be fun. But also a waste of time, right? Who would you like to see me beat again, or a new character? There's really just such a, I mean, again would be a long list. Jaden. When Jaden stops smoking pot and goes to class, maybe he'd be able to duel. I don't like slackers.
I didn't see him on 420.
Yeah. Well played. All right, who's got another question for a character? Yes.
Kaiba, what are you gonna do with yourself if you beat Yugi? I mean, seriously, going along with that question, what are you gonna do with yourself? Your life is evolved around that.
I would just retire,
Really?
right? And when I mean retire, I would build a space station and create some more arenas where there could be dueling, where I could, bring people in, make more money, and watch that. I don't have to participate anymore. And maybe Mokuba would actually learn how to duel.
Oh, but you're so young. Why would you retire so young?
Yeah, I'm with you. What I think Kaiba would do is probably find something else to obsess over where he has to be the best and completely not see that people would like him anyway.
And then Yugi will be better at that too.
Maybe I'll just become like the greatest chef ever. It'll be like, one of the Food Network shows that I take over and do
You'd be
that.
like, get out of here, Ramsey.
Yeah, exactly. I'll challenge Gordon Ramsay to a cook-off.
Yeah, but he would be really
mean. He would be mean. I might have to call you in to help me out and
mellow him down a little bit.
Well, like the two of us always
Ramsey,
combine our powers and kick someone's butt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the back, you. Where would we go? What kind of date would Yugi ask? How would he actually ask you? Right, but and your name is Rachel, right? Right, okay. Well, hi, Rachel. Hi, and do you like duels? Do you like to duel? Because if you do, I do too. And maybe we could make some time to duel. I feel like I've heard that before.
Awesome. Yes.
If Bastion is so smart, how come he's still a raw yellow?
Why am I still yellow, is that what you're asking me? Well, because I've got all that work to do with the figuring out the entire scientific background to all of the dueling. That's what I have to do. And have you seen my ex-girlfriend Tanya who turned into a giant tiger? Yes, I have things to do, obviously.
I'm glad she's your ex.
Yes. Oh, Pikachu.
Go away with you.
Oh.
You've been waiting for a while.
Okay.
My question is for Yugi. In Dark Side of Dimensions, you mentioned making your own game as being part of your future. What kind of game would it be?
Pinochle.
Well, it's so funny you mentioned that because I was like all about it, and then I realized somebody else did it before me. But the game that I'm thinking about playing, the thing about creating, is one that not only deals with a lot of fantastic beings with tons of amazing powers, but a game unlike any other game ever played before. A game where everyone wins.
It'll never sell.
And I wouldn't sell it.
All right, Pikachu, you got a question?
How many cards do Kaiba have?
All of them.
How did it feel when you got to tell Kaiba, basically tell him to back off when you were going to duel Agami? How did that feel? Like, what did it just come to your mind, or were you thinking of that on the elevator ride up?
Which I created.
So how did I feel when I told him to back off? Well, it's funny, because I think there's a really important, it's really important to try to be nice to people. I don't mean nice like, oh, you can totally walk all over me nice. And sometimes those things get confused. And when I had to tell Kaiba to back off, I gotta admit, I'm glad he got the message.
Yeah, it was good. I figured why not let him do it. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a perfect question for my friend. My friend Renee wants to know, Yugi, what happened to your parents?
Well, you know, that's a good question. And one that I won't provide a lot of details for, but I will say this. I don't call myself a hero, but a lot of the heroes in the stories we hold dear are orphans, or one or their parents is missing. And I think when you're on that path to find whatever it is that you're going to be, whatever it is that you may become, you leave a sense of home behind because you're growing up. So what happened to my parents specifically doesn't matter. It's what I did after that.
Well, we did see your mom.
What's that?
We've seen your mom.
Oh, sorry, that's correct. Sorry.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
We know what happened to my parents, but let's not talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Yes, my friend.
I got a question for Meta Knight.
Ah, yes, of course you do.
Did you wish you had to stop saving Kirby all the time?
Yes, because why do I have to say we have to save Kirby? I think they put that in there because they love the way I roll my R's. Yes, Kirby, they love that. No? You love it too, no?
You love it.
Yes.
So you've voiced Charizard before, right? All I ever did was go.
But in such a cool way.
Okay, so Charizard versus Entei round 2, who wins?
Entei.
There you go. Yes.
I have a question for you two. How do you differentiate between what you feel is your sense of duty and what's right to do, even though you feel those are two separate things? They're two opposite things.
That is one of the hardest things to figure out. What is right and what you are told you must do. And only you can find that answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is actually for Yuri. I wanted to know, how you feel after Alice's death.
Yuri?
Yuri Hyuga from Shadow Hearts.
Wow.
That's you. I hope that's you, because I don't think that's me.
No, it's me, but wow, talk about stump the actor. I don't even know what I did with the voice on that because that was like 1975. Do you realize how old that game, that's a game, isn't it a game?
Yeah.
Do you realize how old that video game is? It's like from the PS1, even before it was called the One. It was called the PlayStation, right? PlayStation. Does anybody even have an idea of how that voice was, who Yuri was? Anybody? You
just sort of make it up.
That's what I don't even know. You have to understand that I've been a voice actor since and like you guys educate me. You'll come up with a thing and say, "Will you sign this?" And I'm like, "I was in that." You're like, "Yeah, you were the lead character." I'm like, it was tricky during that time. But seriously, you stumped me. I don't know. I don't even know the voice. If you played it for me, I'd go, "Oh." So maybe someone could play me a little clip of it at some point, and I'll come back around and do it for you. Okay? I apologize. You stumped me.
There should be a prize for that.
There is. You got me to be embarrassed. I got stumped.
Yes.
Question for James. How do you feel about the Team Rocket uniform? Any improvements?
You mean instead of the white ones?
Yes.
Well, first of all, we don't wear white after Labor Day. Oh, you didn't know that? I like the white. I think it flatters me. I think it looks good against the hair. Black is just, so goth. And not appropriate. So yes, I don't think there's been an improvement. I think it should stay in the white.
And you know a lot about self-flattery.
What? Good question. Yes.
I've got one for James, Meta Knight, and Kaiba.
I'll see you later.
Who's sexier?
Well, first of all, it depends on what you're into. I don't really understand the sexy thing. If it means that I'm cool and have money and power, then it's me. Oh, come on now. Who is sexier than a Spanish man? Thank you. All right, what do we got? Yes.
Question for Kaiba. Which is greater, your ego or your money?
Yes, yes. Good question. Greater. I think greater is the wrong word for it. In terms of the size of them, well, they're both the same. I have a lot of ego, which I'm proud of, and a lot of money. I think which is more important? Yes. Yes.
Hudson Pistachio, what is your favorite disguise?
Well, I'm so glad you asked me. And of all of my wonderful disguises, I have to say I am never more pleased than when I am looking at just me.
Good stuff. All right, who hasn't asked a question yet? Come on, be brave. Come on, this is your chance. Somebody. Yes. Well, just like Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote, the Acme Company is not very expensive to buy these things from, so we actually purchase them. We don't make them ourselves. We order them on Amazon Prime. Yes.
I am wondering, Yugi, dark magician go or
Well, I guess you're referring to that dating thing again? I see. Well, that's a good question, and I gotta say, they're both pretty. But anyone who's been in a real relationship knows, or at least so they tell me, it's not about how somebody looks. It's about what they do to show you they care about you too. And I guess from that standpoint, Tay is the only one I could have a relationship with. Dark Magician Girls, well, she's got other things she's got to do.
Tim and Kaiba both wake up drunk at a tattoo shop and ask for tattoos.
Heart of the Thards?